Hi there, guys. Here we are for another franchises on Blu-ray disc um, analysis, and we are on Halloween, which is a classic franchise. Okay, back in 2007, we had a highly underrated transfer from Anchor Bay, and the Blu-ray presentation of the film was actually looked pretty nice, and then you have an excellent documentary which I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna go and check that out. Oh yeah, a cut above the rest. That was really good. That was really superb. Um, superb. Um, uh, superb. Documentary. And then in September 24th, 2013, Dean Cundy, which is a person who worked on a few of John Carpenter's films, is gonna release Halloween the 35th anniversary digibook, which has a horrible cover and doesn't really seem like it has anything that could draw me in, because it doesn't have the extended cut, which I've totally believed that it did have the extended TV cut, which could be the drawing factor of me even giving a damn to that release. But unfortunately it doesn't, so honestly I don't really care. And then you had a little box set that had a few DVDs. I don't know if I could really talk about that one much, but that box set had like Halloween 4, 5, and the extended cut, and a DVD version of Halloween, and then a Blu-ray copy of the film. What else did I think include? Oh, the first disc of the 25th anniversary of Terror thing, which was ultimately, yeah, if you're a Halloween fan, I kind of recommend that release. It wasn't that bad. Anyways, then Halloween 2 had, which you have to buy. You have to buy both these editions, even if you don't like Terror in the Aisles. If you're a horror fan, you have to at least own it. And I didn't like it much. But you have the Halloween 2 30th anniversary edition, which includes Terror in the Aisles from Universal, which came out September 13th, 2011. And ultimately, it looked good. And it didn't have that bad of a thing, that bad of issue with anything. The thing is that there's some controversy over that release, since it replaced Mustapha Cod's name with Universal and MCA Company, and a lot of fans got upset, and yeah, I'm upset to say that was disrespectful and blah blah blah, and yeah, I understand that it's slightly disrespectful, and I really don't know what's the reasoning behind that, but hey, I don't really think that it's that big of a deal. Sorry, but it's kind of a big deal. And then you have the Halloween 2 Collector's Edition from Screen Factory, which this is currently the best way that you can see the film. They fixed up the transfer of the previous release, which is this is still, that release looks really good, but this transfer is slightly better, and it's ultimately a really good release, really good cover, more preferential to the cover that Universal won the 30th anniversary edition. But hey, then you have Halloween 3: Seeds and the Witch Blu-ray, which uh, all I have to say is that it's superb. It's the best thing, the best release that you get for that film, and I'm a big fan of that film. Then you have Halloween 4, which the transfer. The only thing that was really remarkable about that release is that the transfer looked amazing, and a lot of people say that the Halloween 5 transfer looked better, but I believe that the Halloween 4 transfer looked better. There wasn't really nothing much in terms of extra content on that release. Then you have Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and that one, it's the worst entry of the franchise, but it still had a pretty a decent transfer, and it was ultimately a well worthwhile Blu-ray. And then Halloween 6 has like 4 different Blu-ray releases. It at first had its separate release. Then it had a release with H2O, and H2O, and I have seen that transfer. I have seen that transfers from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. In Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, I have the Canadian Alliance Atlantis release of Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers and Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection. So the only 2 ones that I see now, the Dimension Echo Bridge lot, were Halloween H2O and The Curse of Michael Myers. I've seen both those transfers, and yeah, both those transfers are probably going to be the same on all the endless double and triple dips and all that. So Halloween 6, from all my knowledge, in the Blu-ray format, has never had a single release where it looked shitty. Honestly, I don't really care about Halloween 6. I think it's the worst of the second worst of the franchise. H2O's transfer is horrendous from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. It's the only one out of 2 releases that I've seen from Echo Bridge Home Entertainment that looks really bad. Second one being Children of Corn 6. But yeah, then it had a multi-feature set with Cursed, Darkness, Phantoms, and Venom, and Hellraiser Hellseeker. Then it had its own. Then it had a triple release with Cursed, Halloween with and Hellraiser Hellseeker. And then as far as I already talked about H2O and H2O's double packs, but H2O also had its own separate Blu-ray release via Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, and I believe that's still going to be shitty. And then Halloween Resurrection had its own transfer, its own Blu-ray via Echo Bridge Home Entertainment, and I believe that that transfer, from what I hear, it's not like the traditional Echo Bridge Home Entertainment fare, where you just get a suitable HD presentation of the film. They could definitely tell that's HD and no real extra content, but apparently I hear that there's a lot of neat extra content and apparently it's like Warner Brothers or Universal Blu-ray disc, and that's a shocker. Then you have Halloween, the Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, the unrated collector's edition Blu-ray, which the transfer looks good. You have that 4-hour documentary on disc, which talks about the film and the filmmaking, and then you have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which still looked good. It's from Sony. The thing is that they could have. I only seen the theatrical cuts for Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, 2 once, and I wish that they could just like have a like included the theatrical release of Halloween. It's 1, 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, 2, but unfortunately they don't. It's only the unrated version, and it just is more cursing and more the average Rob Zombieisms, which he's not a bad director. I liked his previous 2 films, House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. I thought those were solid films, but his attempt to make Halloween films were horrible. Those are horrible remakes. Horrible remakes. It's just that it's not his thing. It's not his thing, and I'm kind of protective to that series. Thank you guys for watching, and Friday 13th is next. Bye.